Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col UTV. Not the result we was looking for last night, but our home season is underway. We'll have a roundup of that shortly, but we'll also have a look at the academy start to the new season with the under-18s and under-21s both in action. Last night's 2-0 loss for the lads in a tough game against Wimbledon. Let's take a look back at the goals and then we'll get the words from Ben Garner and Connor Hall afterwards.
And disappointing defeat, but you can't really begrudge Wimbledon from the 3 points tonight, can you?
No, not at all. They thoroughly deserve to win. By far the better side. I'm ashamed to say they outworked us, they outfought us, they outbattled us, and they wanted it more. And we lacked desire throughout the team. Apart from young Jaden, I didn't think anyone was at their level, and that's what happens when that's the case.
Does that become even more frustrating because it's not a trait that we've seen during pre-season and Cardiff?
Yeah, I mean we've just talked in there as a staff, and we're scratching our heads. You have a 6-week pre-season. If you see warning signs of things, it's you can address it and get on top of things. But we've had a great pre-season. Lads have been great. A really competitive first game down at Cardiff. Didn't think we were quite our levels at Bradford on Saturday, but that's a million miles away from where we need to be. So a lot of hard work ahead, a lot of change possibly needed, and we'll get straight on that tomorrow, and we have to have a big improvement going into Saturday.
Yeah, and it was quite a strange first half in the fact that Wimbledon had most of the play and a lot of opportunities, but 2 or 3 of the more clear-cut chances came our way. And on another day, we could have been ahead, but we didn't really deserve to have anything in that first half.
No, we didn't. We were fortunate to come in at 0-0, but saying that, you got to grind through your bad day sometimes, and we didn't even have that ruthless. Do you know what? We'll take the chance, 1-0 up. We'll get in, we'll address things at half time, and we'll come out of the game with points, either 1 or hopefully the 3. But we didn't even have that today. We didn't. I don't think we were brave enough with the ball. We played within ourselves, in and out of possession, and that's something that, as a staff, as a head coach, I need to address. We need to address, and the players need to respond a lot better.
Yeah, it was a bad place after this game, but we're 2 games in. We've been miles off what we're capable of doing, what we was capable of in pre-season, and we have to come back Thursday when we're next in and be ready to learn from our mistakes, and we have to put it right Saturday for these fans and for us ourselves.
Yeah, and I suppose it's a balance, isn't it, between reflecting on everything that happened tonight when you go back in training on Thursday, but then not forgetting it, but kind of just putting it to the back of your minds, because we've got another game on Saturday, and there always is that next game to put things right.
Yeah, we have to stay positive. It's been 2 games. We've lost 2 games, simple as that, in the league. Not good enough. Not good enough from all of us. We have to come in and we have to be positive. The only way we're going to get through it is being positive, sticking together as a team. But I'll reiterate that as well to the lads, and we'll come in Thursday and we'll work. Come in Friday and we'll work, and Saturday we have to deliver for these fans. We have to.
And I suppose it's also a case of being brave on the ball as well, and carrying on doing the things that look so good in pre-season that so kind of as we came into the season.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we worked on all pre-season. For some reason, these 2 games we've only really shown it in glimpses, and that's not good enough. We've got to dictate play, have more possession than the other team, and we're not in both games.
A fair and honest interview from the head coach there, with some interesting thoughts from the dressing room, and honest too as well from Connor. We're back here on Saturday with MK Dons, the visitors. You can get behind the lads, get your tickets. They're on sale from Col-U Tickets and the club shop. Now, as we mentioned, the academy teams got underway with the under-21s and under-18s both in action. We've got a quick chat with both the under-18s manager, Elliott Ward, and new captain, Milton, only on the way. But first, let's take a look at the highlights against their game against Coventry City on Saturday.
Well, welcome back to a new season. How are you feeling about the upcoming campaign?
Yeah, really excited. It's boys have worked really hard over the last 6 weeks to get ready for the season. So it's been some good work on and off the pitch. Some really good friendlies. We've had a real good mixture to try and prepare the boys for anything that comes our way. So yeah, it'll be good.
You've named Milton Oni as your captain for the 23-24 season. What was the thought process behind that decision?
I think I think one of my first games I had last pre-season, I made him captain. So I already saw quite early on the leadership within him. I think now he's been a second year, he's more than ready for the role. So he really conducts himself well on and off the pitch. So he's someone that I feel can lead the team like I said, on and off the pitch. Keep them in check without having it, having me to talk to them all the time. So it's one of those where he'll just link with me and keep the boys where they need to be.
Perfect. It was a tough loss to Arsenal recently. However, they were a very strong opposition and you managed to put 3 past them. How did you assess that game?
I think the scoreline obviously reads probably worse than what it was on the day. I think the boys performed and started really well. I think scoring 2 in 3 minutes, 3-1 up at half time, and then ended up scoring 4. There's loads of positives on and off the ball. There are challenges against teams like that, and probably any team that you face. You have to be consistent in your detail, and when you're not you get punished against better teams. So.
Yeah. So it's Coventry tomorrow at Florence Park. How have the lads been training, and is there an excitement in the air for a new season?
Yeah, you can tell the last few days everyone's wanting to fight for the spot. You know, in terms of starting the season, it's really important for them. And no, it's been a good week. We've worked well on the grass, trying to prepare them in every way. And then it's a good game because last year it was our first game as well. So.
And finally, have you got any specific goals for the season?
Yeah, we just want to improve on last year. I think we won 12 games last year, and I said to them this morning, the challenge is to better that and in a weird way draw more games because we lost too many. So for us it's just improve individually and as a group on what we've done last year, and we finished the season really well and hopefully we can start it that way. So.
Milton, well, first of all, congratulations for being named captain for the under-18s for the upcoming season. How did that come about? How did that conversation go?
I'd say it's all down to the help and support of my teammates. I think if not for them, none of this would have been possible. But yeah, I just want to also thank the manager, Elliott, for putting a lot of trust in me and faith to be able to help lead the group and help us to win games, win titles, and yeah.
So being named captain, does that change the way at all you prepared for the season?
No, not at all. I think everything's always the same, going 100%, commitment, help the team, make sure that I talk on the pitch, talk off the pitch, make sure that things are done correctly, nothing changes.
Yes. You've got Coventry tomorrow, first game of the season at home. How's preparation been for that? You're at 100%?
Yeah, no, 100%, yeah. I think we've worked tactically on and off the pitch, making sure that we know what is expected of us and how we should go about the game. I think it's important that we go with a clear head, not get too excited that it's the first game of the season, make sure that we go into the game knowing what we want as a squad, which is obviously to get the win and start off strong.
And overall for the season, what are your side's goals?
I think for me, I want to win titles. I expect that in the league we do really, really well. In cups we do really, really well, and yeah.
Perfect. Finally, for yourself, have you got any personal goals for the season?
Yeah, for me personally, I think it's about making sure that all of my games are consistently at a high level, make sure that on a personal level I perform well, do the stuff that I'm expected to and more. So, yeah.
Opening day defeat for the youngsters, but plenty of positives to take with Jamie Arnold getting off the mark in the first game for the team. The next game is against Barnsley on Friday afternoon, and they'll be hoping to get a win under their belt and get their season underway. On to the 21s now, and we've got a pre-season chat with Matty Etherington and Kaan Bennett before their highlights of their 3-0 win over Peterborough from yesterday afternoon.
Right, so Matty, it's your first season here at Colchester United. How are you feeling about the upcoming campaign?
Yeah, really positive. It's been a really good pre-season for the 21s and some real good talent in the squad. So it's been a really positive pre-season in terms of the work we've got into them, what they've produced, and some of the results we've got as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've had a really good pre-season. Your side were able to end games very strongly. It felt in the last game against Cheshunt, the lads were able to keep that for the full 90. Is that something that you've been working towards to make sure the side are 100% ready for the opening game against Peterborough?
Yeah, we have started slow in a couple of games against good teams, good non-league teams, some Step 2 teams. But it's something that we looked at definitely, and we finished games really strongly, which is a positive obviously in pre-season. But the Cheshunt game was a really good performance. There was some real high quality stuff on show, so that was pleasing, and yeah, individually as well, that the players looked really good.
Speaking of the first game of the season, Peterborough away on Tuesday afternoon. What do you think that side will bring, considering they've suffered defeat in their last pre-season game?
Yeah, they've obviously I was there previously, so I know all about them as an academy. They've got some really good players, and they produce players on a consistent basis. Got some really good people working there, so I'm under no illusions it'll be a tough game. I think we played them at the end of last season in the last league game and drew 2-2 here at the stadium. So it'll be another tight game. But they've got good players, but so have we. So I'm looking forward to a really entertaining game, one where I hope we can stamp our authority on it, and with the players we've got in the group at the minute and the way they're performing, we'll go into it with loads of confidence.
Lovely. Finally, what aspirations have you got for your young youths this season?
I just think for them, many of them as possible to be in and around the first team, if not breaking into the first team. That's the ultimate aim. But make sure they're ready also for when the manager calls upon them. They're ready to step in and flourish. I think that's the main aim. But apart from that would be the two cups, the Premier League Cup and the Essex Senior Cup. We really targeted those two competitions this year to try and go as strong as we can, as often as possible, and try and progress in those competitions.
How does it feel to be so close to getting started with the 23/24 season?
I'm very delighted. Obviously, coming in, Matty being the new manager, seeing a new face, it's always good. And I just feel like the lads are raring to go. I think we're ready to start it. We're ready to get started, to be honest. We just can't wait for the first game at Peterborough.
You had a fantastic game against Chester in the last pre-season match. You scored a goal yourself. How's the intensity been in training? Are you 100% now? Are you ready? Are you going at it?
Oh yeah, 100%. The intensity's been at its highest, I think it has, and I think that's a big credit to Matty. He's come in and everyone's literally just started 100%, and everyone's been working hard. So I couldn't fault the lads at all.
You got Peterborough on Tuesday. How much of a challenge do you think it will be, and do you think you're 100% ready for what they're going to throw at you?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've played against Peterborough many a times to know that they're quite a physical side, and they can also get the ball down playing as well. I just feel like as long as we're doing everything that we've been working on in training, I don't think we'll have any problems.
Perfect. What are your aspirations as a squad for this upcoming season?
For this season, it's mainly focusing on the cup competitions. We want to get as far in the Premier League Cup as possible, and also the Essex Senior Cup, building on finishing in the quarterfinals last year. We want to go even further.
And for yourself, have you got any personal aspirations?
Yeah, personally, obviously, mainly getting in the first team, being in and around it, just in that environment. Also want to create a winning environment if I do end up being in there as well. And also just for the 21s, just being involved in as many games as possible, and really building and getting good stats for the 21s.
Kaan getting himself on the score sheet for that one, along with Donnell Thomas and Oscar Thorne. They also have a game against Barnsley, as well as the under-18s, and that's next week. Hosting them, that will be at Milton and Tiptree on Monday afternoon at 2 p.m, and we'll have updates from that one on the day. Right, that's pretty much it for now. Hopefully we'll be seeing you all again Saturday afternoons. We take on MK Dons. Tickets are available from Col U Tickets. Have a great week, whatever you're up to. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.